If you are here, you wish to know. Welcome to What's News This Week, a weekly series when I speak about different releases that I found interesting, so I could keep up and you also. You don't want to miss on full video game releases that never were in early access and animated continuation of one specific League of Legends story. And the first thing we're gonna talk about today is Metal Slug Tactics, which is a spin-off of Metal Slug. That usually it's a game like Contra, where you go in from left to right and shooting at a bunch of different enemies, but this one is more like XCOM, like tactics, so when you have characters that need to deal with a bunch of enemies and do different abilities and positioning and stuff and using environment against enemies. So if you love Metal Slug and tactical gameplay, that will be to your liking. Mirthwood! It's a RPG, kinda, where you will travel in the land and you have a bunch of different specific classes to choose from. Apparently Redcatchers are lonely, and you can be a Redcatcher if you want to be. There's a character customization. You can choose this whole class of who you are. And yeah, a bunch of backgrounds. Like you will travel the world, you will also have to collect some wood and stone in order to craft something, and a lot of adventure that you will have in Mirthwood. Death of Reprobate is a point-and-click quest that's making fun of historical pictures, and they're doing it with a humor, with sometimes a little bit too dark of a humor, but like I find that's funny, funny things that they done. So I believe it will be at least a funny medieval adventure. Empire of Ants, a realistic strategy game based on a book series where you will play as ants and you will collect army of ants and different instincts, and together you will go to war with some other instincts, I suppose. And there's like a lot of graphical fidelity of this small world full of insects and stuff. If you ever wanted a strategy where you can control ants and fight with a giant amount of other insects, I will make a game just for you. Chicken Police Into the Hive, continuation of Chicken Police, about two hard-boiled roosters detective from the police that's probably have to go to Hive City full of different insects, and there's something happened over there and they need to investigate further. Probably it's a noir after all. I didn't finish playing the first game, but I started it, and like it's a fun journey. Yeah, about animals in a noir thriller. Atomic Picnic. It's a cooperative roguelite where you will shoot a bunch of enemies and then will collect upgrades and use them to power up your characters, and together with friends you will shoot. I don't know if it's a looter shooter or not. Do you need to collect loot? But you definitely need to use upgrades. Oh, this one may be like a fun action playing with friends. River City Saga Kingdoms. For some reason they decided to unite characters from River City franchise, and usually it's a beat 'em up from the right, and they decided to make it in a setting of a free romance of three kingdoms. And all I know about River City characters, it's River City girls, and it's kind of strange seeing a bike in a three kingdoms. Anyway, I'm sure the game's fun, at least. Zephon. It looks like sci-fi civilization, so I suppose you will have to build your colony on alien planet and also have to deal with a bunch of different events that will happen on alien planet, and you will have to strategize how to build a base and fight with enemies in this hexagon tile environment. That's all that I know. No, maybe an interesting experience. Slitterhead, this action game about parasites that's going into people's heads and changing them, like in Parasites Maximum. So if you ever wanted Parasites Maximum the game, you will have this action where there's would be a lot of monsters and you'll have to fight with a bunch of monsters, and there probably will be a human villains and stuff. Arcane Season 2! The first batch of series coming on November 9, and then they will continue releasing on the 16 and 23. Yeah, after how many years it was since we saw the first season of Arcane, and they doing a continuation. We will see more of a V that have to fight with Jinx, and there probably will be a lot of problems that Jinx will do in future of city that they all live in. So I expect a lot, since the animation of the first season was awesome, and we hope that we will see more of the same. And unfortunately, that's all I found interesting this week. So if you want this channel to live and grow, please support me here on all social media, share my video with anyone you think was sharing, and do jump platforms from YouTube to Twitch to Trovo to Blue Sky to Twitter to whatsoever. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next videos and streams. Bye.